Imagine waking up every day to a world that tells you to settle, to play small, to follow the crowd, to protect what little you have instead of chasing what you deserve. That ache inside, that restless feeling, you're not alone. Millions feel it. The world sells comfort like a drug, but it's a cage wrapped in velvet. They tell you you're free, yet chain you to systems that throttle brilliance. You're told to conform, to be patient, to wait for the right time. But the truth? The right time is never coming if you don't break the rules. You see, greatness doesn't scale by playing safe. It explodes when individuals reject those invisible shackles. Now, let's stop for a moment and be brutally honest. What's your biggest pain right now? Is it the stagnation that kills innovation? The endless rounds of mediocre ideas dressed up as progress? The feeling that your vision, your fire, is boxed in by rules no one dared to question? You're surrounded by noise, so much noise, that it's almost impossible to hear your own voice or the voices that could actually change everything. You crave connection, but not a crowd. No. You need the right connections. Those who will push you harder, who will storm the status quo begging for a fight, who will unlock a reality you're too stubborn to settle for. Here's the hard truth. No system has scaled human excellence like capitalism because no other system places the individual at the center of growth and impact so ruthlessly. It's messy, it's brutal, it's unapologetic, but it's also the only engine powerful enough to elevate the rare, the disruptive, the exceptional beyond the fog of mediocrity. Capitalism isn't about money or greed like the world loves to criticize. It's about unleashing raw human will into something that grows, evolves, and pulls others up in its wake. Think of it like a wildfire, scorching but creating fertile ground where new life can explode. That fire? It's in founders who haven't just built businesses but entire movements. In investors not satisfied with safe bets, but hunting for the spark that sets the sky ablaze. In leaders who don't follow trends, but create them. This machine we call capitalism is the only system that rewards that kind of relentless excellence endlessly and at scale. No guarantees, no handouts, just brutal truth and infinite potential. Feeling trapped by mediocre systems is a symptom of a bigger problem. The world around us has forgotten how to harbor greatness. Instead of nurturing the exceptional, it processes people like parts on an assembly line. But that's exactly why the few who refuse to blend in have the chance to break the mold. They are not missing, not broken, just misaligned. What happens when that misalignment meets the right fuel? When that fire meets the right sparks? The impossible becomes the inevitable. So, how do you turn your frustration into insurgent power? How do you break free from the noise and tap into capitalism's true potential, not just as a marketplace, but as the scaling tool for excellence? First, it's about ownership, not just of companies or ideas, but of your will. When your will is the sharpest weapon you wield, the system bends to your vision, not the other way around. Forget waiting for others to give you permission or validation. You own your right to build, to disrupt, to redefine what excellence means. Next, be relentlessly critical, not cynical, but questioning everything, the rules, the status quo, the common sense that chains you to stagnation. Become obsessed with dismantling every brick laid by conformity. When capitalism works bluntly, it exposes truths others want hidden. Use that to your advantage. Test your assumptions daily. Demand so much from yourself that mediocrity can't even approach you. This kind of critiquing is not negative. It's liberation. Transformation is the path forward. Don't just improve what exists. Blow it up and rebuild it on your terms. This is where capitalism's scaling power gets real. When the new is unrecognizable compared to the old, that's when you've transcended your past limits. Founders, investors, builders, Stop tweaking systems designed to maintain comfort and start making systems that thrive on exponential change. Your excellence doesn't come from fitting in, but redefining boundaries. The next secret? Be selective where you put your energy and who you align with. Excellence is a team sport, but not a crowd sport. Capitalism's greatest strength is in the connections it creates between rare individuals ready to multiply each other's impact. The right partnerships can amplify your work from local flair to global firestorm. Don't waste time with passive bystanders or those too comfortable to challenge themselves. Surround yourself with those who burn as fiercely, who question just as relentlessly, who are building with no intention of ever slowing down. That alignment creates synergy unlike anything else. Patience might sound boring, but don't mistake it for complacency. This is patience for the long game. Big, real change takes time, decades, lifetimes even. Capitalism scales beyond immediate gratification, but only for those who play that eternal game. Play now to win big later. Patiently build, patiently burn, patiently unleash. Forget instant fame or easy wins. Excellence stacked over time is unstoppable. Now here's the part most people miss. Capitalism is not a system of fairness or comfort. It's a system of results and consequences. This brutal clarity is its power. When the world smiles and offers comfort, it's often a trap, a slow death of small wins and quiet extinction of your potential. True freedom hurts. It demands you fight harder, think sharper, tear down what everyone else is afraid to, and rebuild a reality where only the exceptional thrive. This system doesn't owe you mercy. It demands your all, and in return, it gives the world's most powerful tool for scaling excellence. And if you're still holding back, it might be because you're searching for a community. But not just any group. A movement of those who refuse to be tamed, who refuse to live borrowed lives or submit to crumbs. Imagine finding a network where your brilliance is not just tolerated but amplified, where misalignments become the secret ingredients to massive collaboration, where individuality fuels unity rather than separating it. This is the revolution capitalism enables when stripped of illusions and wielded with fierce sovereignty. It's not about fitting in, it's about standing out, together. So, take a moment and look into your own fire. Do you feel it flickering, suffocating under rules that don't make sense? That's your signal. A sign it's time to stop waiting for permission, validation, or the right moment. The future isn't waiting. It's being built by those who grab hold of chaos and turn it into their playground. Capitalism, with all its flaws, is the raw lumber, the sparks, the tool set they're using to create that future. The question isn't if capitalism can scale excellence. It's whether you dare to be part of the few who make it inevitable. Remember, systems don't change, people do. People who refuse to settle, to conform, to dim their light. They explode beyond boundaries, dragging the world forward, making noise out of silence, giving life to ideas that once seemed impossible. Capitalism isn't perfect, but it's the crucible where exceptional individuals are forged at scale. It's the only system built to reward those who dare to be more, better, louder, faster. The path is razor sharp. The stakes have never been higher. But the prize? A life you don't just survive, but own. A reality you don't just accept, but remake. Excellence scaled to the size of your vision, multiplied by a network of rare, unstoppable individuals. This is your next frontier. The world won't wait. Neither will capitalism's power to elevate those bold enough to wield it. Will you?